The Anglo constituency is one of the 18 constituencies of the Volta region. The constituency also doubles as the administrative jurisdiction known as the Angloga district, with its capital at Angloga. According to the 2021 Population and Housing Census, the population of the constituency stands at 94,895 with 44,709 males and 50,186 females. The constituency or district was carved out of the Keta municipality by a legislative instrument LI 2372 of 2018 and subsequently inaugurated on 19 February 2019. Angloga, which is the 47th most populous town in Ghana, has a population of 35,933. It serves as the traditional capital of the chiefs and people of the Anglo state and also plays host to the annual celebration of the Hugbachocho festival. Some notable towns and communities in the Anglo constituency include Wey and Tegbi, Agbedomi, Jita, Atoko and Anyanwi, as well as Wuti and Srogwe. The Anglo constituency can boast of several public and private basic schools in addition to 4 senior high schools, namely Anglo Secondary School, Zion College and the Anglo Technical Institute, all at Angloga, as well as the Volta Senior High School at Agbedomi. It also has a number of health institutions dotted across the constituency. They include the Tegbi and Anyanwi Health Centers, as well as the Angloga Polyclinic. Fishing and farming are the major occupations of the people of the Anglo constituency, even though a number of the residents are also engaged in petty trading or commerce for that matter. Crops such as tomato, cabbage, carrot, maize, and chili pepper are grown on a large scale by the people, with many of these farmers using irrigation systems to cultivate these crops. One of the major challenges facing the Anglo constituency is the perennial tidal waves canker, which continues not only to displace the citizenry but also destroy their homes and houses. Even though government had started a coastal protection wall project a few years ago from Akplo Toko towards the Anyanwi end of the beach road, the project has been truncated due to lack of funds. The situation has worsened the plight of the inhabitants, particularly residents who live at Atiteti, Huvema, and Agokeji. For now, the 84th polling station in the constituency, namely Kpogo, is completely submerged in the Atlantic Ocean. Access road to link several communities in typical rural areas of the constituency continues to be a major headache for the people. 6 parliamentary aspirants from the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC) are vying for the position of Member of Parliament (MP) for the area. They include the incumbent MP Richard Kwame Sepe, who is a first-timer in the country's legislature. Other contenders in the race are Bright Edward Demoji, King Benjamin Ekwaji, as well as Joseph Agbeko Kpogo. The only female candidate among the 5 male aspirants is Amelia Amedela Amemate. This is what some of the residents have been saying about Joseph Agbeko Kpogo, who has also been very instrumental in the development of the Anglo constituency since 2011.
Miejiba antis neva jajinami. Ala bandi seva odon gaganga ona mi afiejo. Manya afafo onyu. MP ona trogbo MP to trogagbo MP wodo. Ankwe James Bogo. Awodo nami. Ayida ave tokpo nami la clinic. Ata kadigbe onami mi ko npo mi. Ya te mi jibe mi ala antis pla ampia sasie data alaba nya zora ngogba do bo ona mi ona nya
ndisia yiko jimi la banava na mi anoma ta yika koma akoda yiga rufia me la ampia ochanga ampia ochang yata mi jiba mi ache Kpogo bana wayi pa metanami yata mikata yiko mi adakona bana wayi na mi ro.
Mr. Joseph Agbeko Kpogo, popularly known as Homeboy, has done a lot for the Anglo constituency. He has provided street lights to several communities and institutions across the district in order to improve security in these beneficiary communities and workplaces. The latest donation of 2 street lights went to the Tegbi Health Center some 2 weeks ago. Mr. Kpogo says since 2011, he has distributed more than 1,000 of such lights for the benefits of the people of the Anglo constituency.
Support electoral areas or communities with street lights. I think close to 1,000 or over 1,000 now. And every day become everyday activities for me to support various community. It's one of the things I take upon myself to support the community, because when there's no light in that particular area, people fear to walk or pass through there. So every time the community follow me to support them with this street light. I want to use this opportunity to thank all my friends who are supporting me in terms of buying street lights and then other support they are giving me. I want to thank them very much.
The Homeboy has also constructed a number of culverts to link a number of communities in the constituency. Notable among them is the recent one at Way Apodome, near the basic school in that community.
If you go there right now, it's there. That project is there. You can see it yourself. It's not, they say politicians always lies, but I'm telling you, if you want to see it, go to the ground, you see it yourself. I'm sure if you have a friends or other places, you can call them whether what I'm saying is true or not. You see that the project is still there. Everybody is passing on it every day. And then before I get home, I have to pass there. So I think so far so good.
Joseph Agbeko Kpogo was very supportive during the COVID-19 pandemic, which hit the country in 2019 and beyond. He donated a number of Veronica buckets, hand sanitizers, and nose masks to some of the health facilities in the district for the benefit of their clients. One of such donations also took place at the party office at Angloga in the latter part of 2019.
This afternoon I'm here to present the hand sanitizer and the tissue and the bowls to support the whole Anglo constituency. In fact, this sickness, it doesn't know anybody. In fact, you need to help all our brothers in Anglo constituency to support them how to wash our hands and then use the hand sanitizer to protect ourselves. In fact, this sickness, it doesn't know any party member. So all of us have to do it together so that you all live in peace.
Mr. Kpogo also distributed thousands of nose masks later, not only in a lot of communities, but also in the Angloga and other markets as part of his contribution to dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Joseph Agbeko Kpogo has been very supportive in organizing the Dragon Boat Racing Competition at Anyanui, initiated by the former Member of Parliament MP Clement Kofi Humado in collaboration with the Volta Regional Chapter of the Dragon Boat Association under the chairmanship of Mr. John Lumo. In the 2017 competition, which attracted competing teams from Adan and Accra, for instance, dignitaries such as the MP for Korle Klote constituency in the Greater Accra region, Dr. Zaneto Ajiman-Rawlings, and MP for Cape Coast, Mr. Samuel Atamils, were all present for the first time to grace the occasion, hosted by Honorable Clement Kofi Humado.
About 4 or 5 years ago, when I was the Minister for Youth and Sports, I was approached by Honorable Musa, who was then the new president of the Dragon Boat Association, who told me about their desire to establish a Dragon Boat Association between Aga and Anglo. I quickly bought into that idea and helped them to import this boat that we are seeing today. And we thought we would do it through the ministry free of duty. But as it turned out, I had to pay at the harbour to get these boats out of the harbour for this cause.
We always hear about football all the time. Football. So I'm so happy that we are finally celebrating, and this is the 5th year that we're celebrating this. And so I'd also like to acknowledge the efforts of Honorable Mado for his efforts in making this happen, as well as the executives of the Dragon Boat Racing and all other executives here who have facilitated this. And also to Big Joe for making sure that the other members of Parliament came to offer support. And to congratulate everybody here for spending time to encourage our young men to participate in this.
Very impressed with this boat racing that happened here in town. It was very interesting. The participation was great, and I think everybody coming in to participate was very interesting. And this is a sport that is even up to Olympic sport, but seeing the eagerness and everything else that the athletes exhibited, I think that was great.
This opportunity to thank Honorable Minister for Fisheries because she helped us to organize this program very well. That's why she's not here to witness this program for herself, but she sent somebody to represent. I want to use this opportunity to thank her very much. This program, we organize it to bring the youth together in terms of the fisherfolk, and then to bring strong unity among the fisherfolk.
Moving forward, what are we expecting?
The next line is we are going to the Greater Accra, Central, and the other region in the coastal side to bring them together, because you have a hope that you have our own brothers and sisters who are in terms of fishing. Bring them together one day to come and organize this program again.
Mr. Joseph Agbeko Kpogo has not left out the health centers in the constituency. He recently supported a lead philanthropist in his small way to fully complete a fence wall started some years ago for the Tegbi Health Center. The project also provided a duty post for the security officer in charge of the center. The homeboy says he has more for the health sector of the Anglo constituency when given the nod to become the next MP for the area.
The health sector, in fact, you have one of the clinics at the Galasuta. Today, that clinic is no more. So my prayer is that if God willing, I'm able to get the opportunity and make sure that that health clinic comes to light in Galasuta, because our people there, they are suffering. Jita, you have one clinic, that is Anyangu Clinic. That Anyangu Clinic needs a fence wall like what you did today at Tegbi to add cheap compound in Jita to also support the community as well. And then when you come to Angoga itself, the Angoga Health Center needs the support. I'm going to support the Angoga Health Center in terms of equipment. You already started support for that health center, so we are doing well in that area.
Joseph Agbeko Kpogo has over the years supported hundreds of basic education certificate examination BECE candidates in the constituency with mathematical sets of instruments to enable them fully prepared and motivated to sit for their final examinations. He has also supported a number of women with startup capital so as to begin small-scale businesses in order to earn a decent living in the society as women.
Every year, I support with a final year student with a mathematical sets, which something I've touched my heart for so many years. In fact, when I was in school and the Salvation Army in Way, to get such a thing is very, very difficult. I decided to support my people every year, basically for JHS students.
One of the major pledges in Mr. Kpogo's manifesto is to ensure that the Anglo constituency gets a party office of its own, away from the current one, which is on rented basis.
Since 1992, we don't have office as a constituency or as a party in Anglo constituency. So that is the first step. I've already done the design, everything. I pay for it. And the plan, everything is available. I think that recently my social media guys have shared it in the social media for people to know.
For the chiefs and people of the Shima area, Joseph Agbeko Kpogo says securing and lobbying for an E-block for secondary school education for the residents there, as well as a police station, are top on his agenda when given the opportunity to serve his people.
When you come to Shima area, 2016, I managed to discuss with the Honorable Kujato, so he's able to give us one of the Mahama E-block. Luckily, we are not able to achieve that when NDC lost power, so we are not able to continue on that project. So when the power is given to me or opportunity is given to me, I'm going to support and make sure that that particular project, the E-block, will come to pass in Shima, so that our people will have a senior high school in Shima. And then there's a project again, that is a fire service and the police station. We need them in Shima.
Mr. Joseph Agbeko Kpogo says another agenda he has for the people of Anglo is how to deal with the annual tomato glut, as well as the high costs of electricity bills for farmers using irrigation systems on their farms for cultivation of crops.
In our area here, the major things you normally do is the farming and the fishing. That is the lagoon and the sea. Once I was young in Way and Tegbe, I was once a fisherman. So if God willing, the 13th May, the delegates give me the opportunity. In fact, I'm going to support the people who are farming, especially. And then one of the things is worrying me is that since I started up to now, you don't have any small factory that will process our tomatoes. So I discussed with some few people, they are outside. So they are praying that if God willing, the delegate give me the opportunity, they will also support me, because they cannot come and do it. So they will support me to have small factory that will take care of our tomatoes, because every year when you plant tomatoes, you get back. Before you get to the market, most of them get rotten. So it's not the best, and it doesn't encourage the farmers to continue what they are doing. Every year I farm myself. I plant tomatoes every year, but mostly I give it out, because when you want to sell it, you won't get much. So mostly I give it out to support my friends in Accra, as if they also support me. So it's one of the things I'm going to take seriously when it comes to agriculture. And then the fertilizer, government fertilizer, is very, very difficult to get. When it comes to government fertilizer, most of the farmers suffer for that, because some of the people take advantage of that and resell them higher price than the normal price.
Joseph Agbeko Kpogo has organized several football galas for the youth in the constituency. According to him, more should be expected in this regard, adding that he would also introduce the annual MP's Football Gala Cup competition to promote sportsmanship among the youth of the constituency.
If you come to sports level, I supported the youth very much in terms of football gala, and we have done several football galas. And then one of the things I'm going to take is to organize a MP's Cup for every year. That will happen in Christmas. So every year you have a President Cup, the whole Ghana, and the youth take upon that one to play football. I'm going to do the same thing in Ango. God willing, if branch executive give me the opportunity, I'll support the youth in terms of football. And then I'm going to build a small stadium, let me put it, that is what everybody knows, small stadium, so that everybody can go and play football. But if you look at our area, the coastal side, you don't have land. So I discussed with some of the chiefs in the Shima, that is the Ajato area. They have land there, so they are ready. They are only waiting. If God willing, I'll be given the opportunity, that project will start, so that our youth will start playing football and enjoy it very well.
Mr. Kpogo is therefore appealing to the delegates to give him the nod this time round, saying he has very good intentions for all of them as well.
So one of the things I'm going to tell them is basically, I'm coming to serve you. You know, when you are a leader, you are a servant. So for now, most of the delegates need the support directly. Not to give them money, 200, 100, that is all. Then you go and sit in parliament, 4 years you come back and give it 200, 100. No, it doesn't make sense. The best thing to support each of the delegates at the various branches. For instance, if every year you have 100 and in Ango you have 137, if every year you pick one of them, 137, to support them in various activities. For instance, some of the youth want to go to school, and some of them want just 500 Ghana to start a business. So if you're able to do that, I think by 4 years, you have 4 people at each branch. I think it can help us as a constituency.
Akosi kamya dala chukada de kamanwanyo jawo de kamanwanyo bede akosi katagami la fayama ama juju manwanyo ama koko manwanyo asila sima novi silele ama novi juju malode yema Womoda kaumyenye mina mutifafa nava alasi mi wane gomya welo ala bana